Hello there, Martyn Green, Devon Fishing Guides.
I'm down at Brixton. I'm over on the little steps at the side of Freshwater Quarry car park, and we're just having a go for mackerel, see what's around. Might be a few garfish around. So I've got on here, I've got a West Country sliding float. I've got that secured at the top with a bimini twist, and then the actual balancing weight is on a stainless steel link, and I'll show you how to do that with the diagram and the artwork. I'll put a rig diagram that will show you how to set this up from start to finish, but it can work very well. On here I've got a B900C Camazan blue hook, very light. Any movement of the water, it'll go with the mackerel strip. It'll make quite a nice piece of movement. Usually that can be very successful. If you want to have a look at other types of float fishing, have a look at my earlier float fishing video, and on there you'll find that there's quite a few different tackles that are shown. We'll see how it goes.
Standard float tackle works okay, but it can be improved with a couple of tweaks. I use a bobber stopper just to stop foul casting where the hook goes over the top of the float, and I also use a wire link on the bullet just to make sure the line doesn't fray and break. Simple, but two very worthwhile additions.
That's mackerel, Martyn. That has got to be mackerel. That is not. There we go. What?
You need to go and catch your own, my friend. Stop being lazy. I need to get this out of the way of any little
That is a nice mackerel with a nice rat on it. I caught it, Martyn.
just a bit smaller. That one is going to have to go back wrapper.
If you're going to go for mackerel on float, one of the things you need to do is to prepare some good quality mackerel strips for bait. Personally, I freeze mine down and then I cut them up while they're still partially frozen. I start by going along the backbone, both sides. I do the same on the underneath, removing the central piece of flesh in between both pectoral fins. That's a really good strip. I then cut straight down until the body starts to thin, and then I'll turn the knife 90 degrees and I'll cut long tapering strips. Once I've done one side, I'll turn it over and I'll do the other side. If your mackerel are a bit small, you can actually get away with cutting them diagonally. The other thing that I do is I use the blade to strip away most of the flesh from underneath the skin, leaving the strip probably about 3, no more than 4 millimeters thick. It gives the bait a bit more movement, and that seems to be attractive to the mackerel. When you've cut your strips, another thing that you need to do is just make sure that you hook each strip only once near the end. That way it can flutter with the tide and you're just going to catch a few more fish. Just before I finish, there is one detail that I think I should mention, just in case it's unfamiliar to you. That is, if you're going to use a sliding float tackle, you need to have a sliding stop knot. So what I've done is I put in a 4-stage diagram which shows you a very simple one to tie. I use 5 turns if I'm doing thick line, and I use up to 7 turns if I'm doing thin. Anyway, that'll do for now. Thank you for watching, and if you would like to subscribe to our channel, it would be very much appreciated, as would any likes or comments. Goodbye.